Hello everybody, I'm the Car Bomb, and this is my car. Hello the YouTubers, I am the Car Bomb, and I guess today this is my car. And today I'm going to be starting a very important little project of mine that I've been working on for a very, very long time. Well, I've been pecking at it for a long time, but this is going to be the start of one of the biggest projects in Minecraft. Yep, it's very small. It's only this big, and yeah, but you can see my map right here. Yeah, it's basically going to cover that entire map, and that's a fully zoomed out map. So it's going to be about a thousand and a half, or 1,000, maybe 500, and it's just going to be the entire map completely covered. Now you may notice I'm in the middle of the ocean, and that is because this is a big area, and I do not want to flatten out an entire mountain or region or whatever. And I do need to, make things very precise because I am actually not doing this off the cuff. I am going to be trying to copy an entire world of a game. Now you may be asking, what game are you talking about? Well, this is the game that I'm talking about is called Landstalker. Let me see if I can figure it out. This is the wonderful world of Landstalker. It is from a old game, as you can see right over here, 1993 Sega Sega for the Sega Genesis. And I guess this is all the rest of the information. And this is the map. Why are you trying to grab it as a picture? Okay, weird. As you can see, it is pretty extensive. Probably one of the, and maybe not one of the bigger ones, but still, it's a pretty large map. Now, I chose Landstalker for two reasons. One, it's one of my favorite games of all time. And of course, if I'm going to do a project this big, I'm going to want to do a game that I actually like. The other reason is that it is actually on the same type of scale as Minecraft because all these blue lines I added, but as you can see here, it is put into perfect little blocks. So this would be like one block, one block, one block, one block, and then when you go up a level, one block, one block, one block. And look at this texture. Isn't that just cobblestone? Like seriously, it's cobblestone. So this is why I chose it, because not only is it a fantastic game that is often under or overlooked, but it is actually in the same type of scale as, this game, or the Minecraft and uh, this one are actually on the same kind of scale. But there are a few caveats here. Let me go over here. Now, I didn't put the grid in here, but as you can see here, if you look at right here, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the one issue because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a lot of the buildings are actually bigger on the inside than they are on the outside. That causes a little bit of an issue. Another issue is the inconsistency from one map to another. Now I can show you this right here. As you can see, this is the water line right here. So this block is the one touching the water. But when we go over to this side of the map, well, now the water is too high. But from here to here, it's a straight line. So somehow we went from water to one down. If you want a better look, here it is right here. This is right out the water line. It's completely straight out across all the way down. But then when we get over here, it drops down again, and now we're at the water line here. So yeah, there's that problem too. And the inconsistency like that goes even further, because if we go back over to here, we see if we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. We go up 6 steps, and then by the time we get over to here, we're only 1 step high. See, this only goes up 1 block, so this is only 1 step high, which means even though and and if we look at this map over here, you can see that this is all the same ocean, so there shouldn't be, so this should not be leveled at the highest point of this point. Again, trying to, because I have to shrink it down a little bit. So yeah, these are the 2 major issues. For the things being bigger on the inside, I am planning on just having all these buildings go underground with a water thing, so with a water pillar, because it's kind of like as seen in this one, there's actually a 2-block gap in there anyways, so we can have you have a water pillar and have you fall down to here to get in, and then when you want to go out, just have a bubble column going all the way out. That's what I'm basically planning on doing for all the buildings, which is a little bit more effort, but it's actually possible. The only problems is with buildings like this, where they go up 3, 4 levels. That's a slight issue. But overall, this is actually completely doable. Now, this is not the entire world, obviously. This is a adventure style game, almost an action RPG, but not quite, because I think the exact classification of RPGs and what makes one an action RPG and one not action RPG is kind of fuzzy to me. But calm down, Michael. But this is a adventure game at the very least, where you're running around, you're killing things, you're picking up stuff, you and you just run all over the place. And it is a quite an extensive. Here's another issue. Like, this is matched up perfectly here, but not quite perfectly here. I might be able to push all this over, but as you can see, the lines here are going down, the lines here are going up, so this doesn't match exactly to that, or this doesn't match exactly to that, depending on how you put it. And these don't match directly up to those. So there's going to be a little bit of give and take here and there. But it's still fun to think about, just like recreating this entire thing. But there is also lots of interiors. Like going into this thing right here takes you into an underground area, of which is not seen in the overworld map, and I would have to do more calculations on that. Funny thing is that there is kind of actually 3 realms in this game. There is the overworld right here, and then most of the other stuff I think would probably fit in. Uh, and then there's these trees. As you can see, there's these big trees here and the big tree all the way down here. These 2 are actually connected. So I could probably put these 2 in the nether and have that be the fast travel method. which is more or less what I'm going to be doing. But the last interesting point to have on this is that there is actually like a third dimension, which includes a dragon. So that'd be kind of fun just to make that end in another, or yeah, end in the end dimension, because that's actually where the game kind of ends in here. And when you're going through the final steps, there's this ethereal staircase, and there's just like, nothing. Like you can see out forever, and there's just nothing. Uh, but yeah, that is how this is all going to work. Now, I am starting here. This is going to be my starting place. I had to pause the game, otherwise phantoms would probably come kill me or drown, and that would just be very, very annoying. Um, but yeah, I'm picking here for the starting place because of a number of reasons. One, it's it's right by the border. This place is not near the border. This is like straight in the middle of it. There is an area over here which is the farthest to the border that you can go, but then again, for the most part, I am going to try to keep the trails going exactly where they are without moving them up or down, left or right, type of thing. And I don't know exactly how high this one in the corner is. I don't know if I have the cursor light on, or if the cursor is invisible, so I don't know if you guys can see what I'm pointing at. So yeah, I put it over here because this is more or less the farthest southern area. I mean, I guess I could have started here, but then this one's also set up right towards the bottom of it, which I think I would prefer that either way. Also, most of the real complications is in this town, surprisingly, because and when it comes to this, there's like these little four across. I'm most likely just going to lower these down, like lower this down one, and then lower this down one, and then lower this down one, or maybe lower them down by two each, or something like that. That way they are actually matched up to this area, which has to go down, as I said, well, only down to the center staircase right here, because up here there's one more step down to the beach. So it would have to be going up, down, one, two, three, four times to be back down to the ocean. Thankfully, and the ocean goes all the way across over to here and over to here and then all the way up to here. That's the ocean that I can see. This up here, though, I don't have to worry about that because this is a lake. As you can see right here, this is a big old lake. Shrine on the bottom of the lake. There, right there. That's what it's called. And yeah, so that's where I'm going to be starting with this. Don't I haven't really gathered resources for this yet, so I don't know how many resources it's going to take, but I just know it's going to be an insane amount because because this is 1,000 from here to here about. Just from, yeah, this is about 1,000 from here up, all the way up to here, I think, or it's probably going to be like 1,001 or 200 to be honest. But then I have to go this way, and on top of that, stop trying to grab the picture. I, after filling in all these little routes that you can actually see right here, boom, 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 and I also will have to fill in the in-between spots, which is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So this is like the minor part of it, and and of course it has like almost 100% of it completely mapped out. Like right here, you know, I could even like do this perfectly, double slab, single slabs, uh, probably polished stone here and here. They do have them stacked out right on top of each other, so I'm gonna have to give or take on that. Uh, and if you're wondering why these are not lining up correctly, it's because this is not made to see on both sides. Like this is one screen right here from this point to this point, and whoever put this together probably needed to put this a little bit closer because when you go through the gate, it's like right there instead of right here. So, yeah. But still, this is my very, very, very long term thing. And I hope this is kind of interesting to some people because, I mean, how often can you say you can almost make a 1-to-1 ratio of an entire game in another game? The trees, they're only 3 high and they only take up one space each. So I don't know. So I think most of these are just going to be like bark, or like this would just be the tree trunk and then the tree would be on top of it. Probably use, no, funnily enough, with the bushes here, yeah, I could just use bushes. We actually have bushes in Minecraft now. They're the saplings for the azaleas, or azaleas? Yeah. But that means I'm going to be using a lot of azaleas because half of the map is just covered, or a large portion of the map is covered by these things. Uh, so now that I've explained all that, let's go back down to here. Now this is where I will be looking at to make sure I am building everything correctly. And I don't know, really don't know, like, I just started this because if, it's one of those things, if you don't start it, it's just not going to happen for a while, so you have to just start somewhere. And so I will be starting on this little picture. Okay, so yeah, here's my thing again. I think I might have misplaced the thing before, so don't know if you saw this, but then I'll probably have to edit that out. Um, but yeah, this is where I'm starting. Now, where was I actually starting? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one needs to be wide. Wide. And then that gets filled in right there. This is all going to be that. And then it drops down one. It goes over 1, 1, 2, 3. One, two, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. Then 2, 3, and okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, this is going to take forever. But this is the start. Now, do I have any wood on me? Now, I'll be happy once I get to the town because then I can actually put, you know, a real setup there. But yeah, if I have wood, which I probably don't. No, I don't think so. That's going to be much, but yeah, once I get the wood, I can put the little dock that is right here all the way over. So it'd be 1, 2, and this one actually has 2 right there. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's all right. That's all right. And then have these 4 that pops out, and then have another 4 or going around like that, and then have it go around like that all the way through the top, and boom. I mean, once I get the outline done, it will be a lot faster, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. One, two, and that will go all the way across. Let's see if all that matches up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yep, that all matches up. And then there's more here. And then there'll be a tree here. And it's weird because this is the only place where trees are not stacked side by side and they actually block your path. Like, I don't think there's another spot in this entire game where it's like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one coming out here. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's about right. Two there and two there, but for some reason I can't get into this section, which is weird. Maybe this will be one of the few places where I could put like an actual tree. Yeah, maybe just one tree to just block off this entire area, because right here there is actually a cliff that basically goes outside of the screen. So that's dealt with. Uh, and I'm probably going to be using a lot of coarse dirt in this place because, in all reality, um, or in a lot of spots, it shows dirt, so that your options are either to do path blocks or to use coarse dirt, so you don't have to use path blocks. This is a town, so path blocks would be fine, but in other zones, there is lots of coarse dirt, so yeah. Or there's a lot of mountains and stuff, and there probably wouldn't be any real place for coarse dirt, but that is what we're going to be working with there. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go back and get more resources, like lots of dirt, so probably probably a good amount of wood and other type of things. But essentially, once I get these two filled in, that's this zone completely done, at least for a walkable area. So, yeah, I think that will do it. Thank you for watching. I'm the car bum. Now get out of my car.